Awesome. And let's see. All right. Hey, Elder Sam. All right, wonderful. I am so excited about our time together tonight. You already know that January is the month of vision. And when I tell you that this goal setting, this make your goals obey you training will fall in complete alignment with what Apostle has shared with us. Yes, Keisha, let's go. Let's go. And I'm excited. I feel such a great urgency as it relates to us accomplishing more than ever. More than ever. Like this year, 2021, 202 WON1, man, this will be our most significant year yet. I know it to be so. First, giving honor to God. Without him, I am nothing. And I have to honor our apostle, Mike Freeman, and our First Lady, Dr. Dee Dee Freeman, and our ministry of leaders, directors, Elder Mario, and also Minister Chloe for their excellent leadership. Excellence, that's the word of the century, right? Lori and I was talking about that earlier, but I am so excited. Okay, Teresa Proctor is my name. I'm the director of training with TQM. Thank you all for being here and for showing up, ready to just take a deep dive into this subject on tonight. We're talking about vision. Make your goals obey you as we cultivate a culture of agape and honor, right? As we cultivate an agape and honor culture. Okay, let's dive in. Let's dive in. So here's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. We're going to briefly review Apostles' 6 insights for vision discovery. We're going to go over just really briefly TQM 2020, our year in review. Just a quick recap over what we have done within the last 12 months in TQM. And then we're going to talk about prioritize, practice, and perfect your well-being, some goal mapping, and we're going to wrap up with goal mastery, the achieve model. I'm going to share some strategies on really, sometimes you start out the year, and I don't know if you've been there, Gloria, where you start out the year and it's just like you're on fire, like yes, 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 let's do this, let's do this. And then about second or third quarter, it's just like everything is coming at you, day-to-day responsibilities and operations, and you kind of like, man, I needed to stay on track, but I have this, that, and the third that I'm working with. It's a lot to deal with and a lot to juggle. Well, guess what? We will discuss all of that in less than an hour. That's my guarantee to you. Less than an hour. We're going to cover all of this on tonight. And then I'm going to leave just to maybe if you have any questions, I'm going to make certain I provide our email address. But we're also going to do a quick 3-minute survey at the end of our time together on today, because your feedback, we want to capture your feedback. Your feedback matters. We want to know. All right. So let's dive in. Here we have our apostle. These are his 6 insights of discovering our vision, right? It starts with the word, inward witness, the pastor, agreement with credible others. Circumstances will align themselves with vision or the word. And I know we have this, right? But here's what I want us to really do. I want us to take a deep dive into these insights and just make certain that they are infused in our vision and in our goals for 2021. Make certain that, and everything, and we're going to go into it a little deeper, but I wanted to just keep that on the forefront of our mind, okay? And TQM, here's what we did for 2020. And I just have to start off by saying, thank you. Thank you for those of you that continue to invest in yourselves and show up. Round of applause to you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's what we did. We started off the year 2020 in February. We did customer experience, prioritizing, practicing, and perfecting. And what's really unique about our trainings is that it's not only applicable in your work life, it's also applicable in your home life as well. So we look at the whole man, right? Then we talked about, did a training on conflict resolution, how to identify conflict before it even happens, before it even occurs. How can we get ahead of it? And then if it happens, what are we going to do about it? Conflict resolution. We discussed priority management in August, like how to prioritize. We have so many things that we are responsible for. How do we make certain that everything gets accomplished? And then we had a special leadership training for just leaders, which was entitled Culture Shifts. That was awesome. And we wrapped up the year with Perfecting an Inclusive Culture, where we discussed diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Were you there? If you were at any of those trainings that I just listed, just type a yes into the chat. Yes into the chat. Yes, I was there. I was present. I was present. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see them coming through. Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. See, look, I knew I was speaking to an elite group of leaders. I knew it. And hear this, leadership is not a title, it's a mindset. So we're all leaders, right? We're all leaders. Awesome. Thank you so much for your responses. Okay, listen at this. This is huge. Did you all know, as it relates to goals, the Harvard Business Study, they did a survey of just a group of individuals, a large group of individuals, right? And when they did this survey, the respondents, 83% had no goals at all. Do you believe that? Sharon, do you believe that, Sharon? Yeah, Sharon said yes. Yes. Amanda Dennis, what about you? You agree with? That's a lot. That's huge. 83% of the respondents had no goals at all. Listen at this. 14% had plans, like in their head, like this is what I'm going to accomplish this year, but they didn't even write them down. No. And only 3% actually took the time to write down their goals for the year. That's extremely low, right? And this doesn't even get into, after writing down the goals, what happens next, right? But we're going to talk about that. This is so alarming, because you mean to tell me that people really take this thing around goal setting so lightly that they just dismiss it? Absolutely. Rachel, they just dismiss it as if, oh, goals, I have them. I'll get around to them. No, this is absolutely significant. It's significant. If you were to ask any multi-millionaire, billionaire, millionaire, thousandaire, those that are successful and savvy, hey, tell me, what are your goals? Let me tell you something. They can tell you just like that. Like, oh, you want to know my goals? Okay, well, have a seat. I know what my goals are, right? So we all of us should embrace this process, because it is fruitful. It is rewarding, right? It's awesome. So here it is. Now let's go a little further. As a result, I want to put this out though. As a result of our time together on this evening, right? You're going to receive revelation. Even some things will be revealed to you that I don't share, but your thinking is going to be stimulated, right? Once you apply the strategies that we're going to share, you're going to notice, you're going to see notable shifts in your thinking as well as your performance, your actions, right? And as a result, the consequences, the outcome is going to be, it's going to blow your mind. Like, seriously, this is going to be the most productive year yet. It's a money back guarantee. Okay. All right, Stephanie, money back guarantee. Okay. All right. Awesome. 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 And listen at this. In the Inc. magazine, they said that after those that actually wrote down their goals, only 8% of them achieved it. Only 8%. Are you a part of the 8%ers? Are you a part of the 8%ers? Okay, okay, thumbs up. Yes, yes, we are the 8%. We shall achieve more than we have ever achieved before. And here's where it starts. Look at that beautiful young couple. Look at that beautiful young couple there. Here we have our core values. Our core values, we know what they are, right, Elder Jamal? Faith, family, finance, fellowship, and fitness. Here's what I want to know. I want to know if you had to just select one of these, what would it be? I want you to, I just did a poll. You should see it on your screen. I want you to just select one area of focus for you. What would that one area be? We're going to leave this open for about 60 seconds. One area. What would that one area be? One area of focus. Just one area. And everyone's coming in. Thank you so much. Your responses are coming in quickly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One area of focus. What would that one area be? What would that one area be? One area of focus. Okay, thank you so much for your responses. I see them coming in. Okay, we have a couple more seconds. All right, and then I'm going to reveal to you our findings. We said we select one area of focus. What would that one area of focus be? That one area of focus. Okay, I'm going to close it up in just a couple of seconds. Give it about 5 more seconds, and then we're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to share. Okay, all right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right, we're going to end it. Now this is the area of focus for 2021. Look at this. Wow. 49%, 48% of us said that faith is an area of focus. The next area is finance. 21% of us said finance is an area of focus. Wow. And then coming in number 3 is family. Family is number 3. Isn't that astounding? And the reason why I like to highlight this is because sometimes we'll think, you know what, I'm the only one that may be really focusing on this particular area because everyone else looks like they really have it together. You know, so I know surely, you know, Rachel is so great with her family. I know she doesn't have any challenges with her family. Now, some of my family members are an acquired taste, but I know with Rachel family is sweet, right? You know, Sharon looks pretty rich. So I know she don't have any financial challenges, right? And we just go through our mind thinking that we are in this alone, but there are others that are, listen, we have the same goals in mind, So let's take a deep dive. Let's go deeper. As it relates to our faith, I want you to type in, what are some things that you've been doing? Like if you did not select faith, or even if you did, what are some things that you've been doing to really fortify yourself in this area of faith, right? Is it that you've been viewing our broadcast at least twice? You know, prior to like Sunday broadcast, you view it twice prior to the Wednesday, noonday and 7 p.m. Bible study, right? How about this? You gonna change your answer to faith? Okay, great. Right. So what are some things that you're doing as it relates to faith? What are some things that you're doing? Right? Think about that. And I'll remove this right here. And I'm going to turn this back over to Carol. And I just have to shout out Carol. Thank you so much. She's the behind the scenes lady that's making everything happen. Thank you so much, Carol. And yeah, so Dennis says watching the broadcast. Drew said watching the broadcast. Absolutely. Now, Reva, I like that. Spending more time studying the word. Now, Reva did not say spending more time reading the word. She said spending more time studying the word, right? And studying my Bible, studying my lessons, Elder Sam says, right? Oh, Monique, I like this. Confessions, making sure that my words align with what God says. Wow. Come on. Someone just typed in the daily prayer at 6 a.m. with our intercessory team, getting on at 6 a.m. Let me tell you something. I know the number by heart, 712-432-0075, right? You have to make certain that you subscribe to all of these resources that are available to us, right? I like that. And Natalie said the code is 771131. I know it too. But all that information is on our website if you ever need it. Okay, Pastor Rick, he said, turning away from reaction and towards responding. Wow, that's powerful. So you see all these strategies right here just around faith. And let me tell you, since that was our number one, that's what we're going to spend the most time on because it's so significant. It is so significant. Listen, 48% of us said this is our focus for 2021 and even beyond, right? We are spirit of faith. We are spirit of faithians, okay? So that's good. How about this? How about creating a personal and a professional faith portfolio? Faith portfolio. What does that look like? Just my episodes where I don't step out on faith, right? We don't step out on faith because the just shall live by faith. So just where I believe God, I trust God for something and it manifested, right? How about keeping a record of that, a journal of that? Does anyone do that now by show of hands? You do? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I like it. Wonderful. Now, family. Here's a strategy with family. And if you have any strategies, you can please type them in. But how about doing something that they don't expect? Doing something a little different with your family. How about, sending them a handwritten note just to let them know how much you love them and care about them? How about sending them an e-gift card or dropping them off lunch and say, hey, it's at your door, right? Yes, Dee Dee Brooks said, I'm starting today. Do something that they don't expect. Of course, and then also with our family that's in our homes, meeting every 15th of the month is significant. Yes. Awesome. And Jerika says, keeping a gratitude journal. Wow, I like that a lot. Now, let me share this with you. Why are we reviewing our core values and we're talking about goals? Here's the reason why. Values drive your behavior. Values will allow you, will give you permission to say no without any guilt. Values, value-driven behavior, okay? Important. Finance, right? 21% of us said finance is an area of focus. So what are we going to do differently with our finances? We're going to do what Apostle said, save and sow, right? We're saving and sowing, right, Mom Lily? You rich. I know you rich over there, Mom Lily. Okay. And so some of us say, well, you know what, Teresa? I'm not into those budgets. Mm-hmm. I know I can hear it. I can hear someone say, I'm just not into budgets. Well, change the language. Call it a spending plan. Hello? Because when you call it a spending plan, it makes it seem like, listen, I have more control over this thing. It's a spending plan. It's not a budget, right? Lori said, listening and applying knowledge of financial experts. Significant. Yes, significant. Yeah, Craig said spending plan. Absolutely, because you run this. You're in control of this. How about giving your money an assignment? I have a check that I have plastered on my wall, and it's a check to Spirit of Faith Christian Center for $100,000. Right? Remember, Apostle said there's going to be some individuals that are giving $100,000. So I've already listen. My faith is in action, and I'm demonstrating my faith by writing and signing the check. It's something significant about the pen. It's something significant about that. Fellowship, right? Our social media engagement. Since we're virtual now, hey, are you chatting with others? Are you wishing them a happy birthday, happy anniversary? When someone says I have a prayer request, are you responding? Right? That social media engagement. Okay. How about this? Fitness. Here's a big one. Here's a big one. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this. What does Chanel say? You wrote the check to Chanel. Oh, I like it. Now, how about this fitness? Now, let me see what our percentages of fitness. Fitness, we said 13%. Now, I know that should be more. Our health is our wealth, right? And so with fitness, here's a strategy. I promise you, you do this strategy, it is going to it's going to shift everything, Elder Jamal. For those things, like what really captures your that kind of like you feel kind of weak. For me, Lori, it's sweets. Yolanda, sweets know me by name. Yes. Teresa, yours too, Lori. Teresa. They even know my name in Spanish. Teresa, right? Dr. Michelle says, me too. Here's the strategy. As opposed to saying, oh, I can't eat chocolate. I can't eat Twinkies. I can't eat this type of sweet. Shift your language. Here it is by saying, I don't. Whoop, throw the phone. Throw the phone. I don't. It's an internal dominion that you're operating in when you shift your language by saying, I don't. Oh, I don't eat chocolate. Well, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Hold on. Okay. All right, Joy. So that's something that you don't do, Tracy. Oh, that's something that you don't do, Tracy. Okay. All right, I don't. And you can get fancy with it. I don't. Okay. So that's the shift there. So those are our core values, and that's how we're going to prioritize, practice, and perfect well-being in our lives. It's important to our goals. Awesome, Talmage. Now look at this. A word from our apostle. Let me tell you, he said, your future is as big as your vision, and your vision is as big as your faith. I'm telling you, I believe it was absolutely prophetic for Apostle to start this year with focusing on vision. Like we have to see, we have to have eyes to see, and we have to remove anything that's obstructing our sight. It's vitally important in order for us to make greater accomplishments this year, right? And so I want you to think about what has potentially, either in your life or what you have noticed in the lives of others, what have potentially caused that blockage in achieving goals or even seeing your vision. What could cause a blockage? Type that in. What could potentially cause a blockage? Why haven't your goals, all of your goals, obeyed you? Right? And even with maybe others, why haven't their goals obeyed you? Inconsistency, work, getting off focus, yes, distractions, fear of starting. Wow, Joyce. Dr. Fabian said discouragement, denial storm. Wow. 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 Never feeling like you're ready. Man. Other voices, overthinking. That's so, man, let me tell you. We're going to go over some solutions. We're going to go over some solutions right now. Here's the strategy. Okay. It starts with goal mapping to everything that you all just highlighted. Here's how we start. This is the core. This is the genesis. It starts with identity awareness. Identity awareness. You can act below your identity when you don't know it. Yes, you can act below your identity when you don't know it, when you don't recognize who you are. And listen at this, your behavior cannot change and does not change your identity. So what it is that you do will never change your identity, who you are, who God made you to be. But understand this, that when you have a distorted, something that's unclear, undiscovered identity, it will halt transformation in your life. It will cut it off. It will dead end any transformation in your life when your view of your identity is not clear, when it lacks clarity. This right here alone is so, Minister Marcia, with the wrong eyes alone. And listen, identity will help your action. It will assist you and support you in how one should conduct themselves, how you show up in the world. Just as the prodigal son. I want to read this to you in the Voice translation. It's Luke 15 and 17, and it'll be in the chat as well. It's in the Voice translation, and Apostle just shared this with us, this translation. Listen at this. The prodigal son, he says, so he had this moment of self-reflection. What am I doing here? Back home, my father's hired servants have plenty of food. And why am I here starving to death? What? Man, what? Once you get, and when Apostle taught on the prodigal son some time ago, he said this. He said when he began to recognize his identity, he came to himself. It was like a light bulb went off, like, whoa, I'm the child of the Most High God? What? Everything that let me tell you something. That's right. Renew your mind and how you see yourself. See yourself as a king's child because you are. Everything around you will shift just with that principle alone. Everything, 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 right? So that's significant. And listen to this. I gotta share this quote with you. Jim Rohn said this. He said, you want to set a goal that is big enough that in the process of achieving it, you become someone worth becoming. And I would like to add to that, you begin to recognize who you are simply. Once you set a goal that's big enough, that's really worth achieving, right? Let me tell you something, and you recognize who you are, you become unstoppable. All right. So that's number one in overcoming fear with other people's opinions, distractions. That's number one. That's where it starts. The next one is decision-making focus. Here's how you avoid agreement confusion is partnering with God. Have you partnered with God as it relates to your goals? Have you sat down and asked him, okay, God, what are we doing this year, this quarter, this month, this day? What does Apostle always say? Just stop by God's office. That's all you have to do. This will position us to avoid agreement confusion because we've already received instruction from our partner, our Father. We already have the instruction, right? Proverb 19 and 21 in the Message version says this: we humans keep brainstorming options and plans, but God's purpose prevails. We continue to brainstorm. Oh, what am I going to do this year? Oh, I'm going to do this. And then I saw that Sharon was doing this, so I think I'm going to do that too. Oh, that looked good. She just seemed so happy. Tracy seemed so happy doing her photography. I think I want to do photography too, but we have not made it a priority to partner with God, right? Absolutely significant. Okay. So here we have identity awareness, decision-making focus. Now, here's what we get into with distractions. This is huge. This is huge. Procrastination prompts. Procrastination prompts. What are you saying, Teresa? I like the story of Nehemiah. When he was called, when God gave him the assignment to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. If you look at Nehemiah 6:3 in the Message version, this is how you deal with distractions. This should be your motto for just all of 2021 and beyond, really. This is what it says: I'm doing a great work. I can't come down. What? I'm doing a great work. I can't come down. Who was he talking to? He was talking to people that were assigned to distract him from completion. That was to get him distracted from accomplishing the assignment that God gave him, right? He said, I'm doing a great work. I can't come down. Why should the work come to a standstill just so I can come down to see you? Whoa, whoa. Major. And I like another version says, I'm engaged in a great work and I can't come down. So whenever a distraction attempts to raise its ugly head in your life, you know what? I'm engaged in a great work. Come on, Lori. I'm engaged in a great work and I can't come down. I choose not to come down. I don't come down, right? I'm telling you, this is it right here. And there's 3 types of distractions, right? With this piece right here, there's 3 types of distractions. The first type is an activity distraction. What is an activity distraction, Teresa? It is designed to interrupt your mission, the mission that God has given you. An activity distraction is designed to interrupt your mission, right? It can be social media, television, the telephone, a person, place, or thing, right? It's an activity. It's an activity that you give into that's designed to interrupt the mission, right? Do you know that the Business Insider reported this? Listen to this, Terry. The average person touched their cell phone 2,617 times per day. Yikes. You mean it? The average person touches their cell phone 2,617 times a day, Elder Sam? That's ridiculous. But an extremist, listen to this, that's just average, Lori. That's just average. The extremists, according to Business Insider, touch their cell phone 5,400 times a day. Yolanda, God forbid, right? Ridiculous, Louise. And so, and then let's not even get to the social media piece. Average time spent on social media is 3 hours, right? Surfing the internet. These are all to get us off of the assignment. We recognize it and continue to stay mission focused. Another distraction is opportunity distraction. Opportunity distraction, Vanessa, what does that look like? Opportunities look good. but are they God? Oh, no, no, this is a big opportunity for me. And I think this is something that I have been really waiting on. But did you pray about it? Did you seek Holy Spirit about this? It may look good, but is it God? That's an opportunity. Understand the distinction between the two. It may look good, but if it's not God, no, 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 no. We're not interested. No, thank you. And then the last distraction is a psychological distraction. Psychological distractions are designed to disrupt your mind, designed to disrupt your thinking. You know, you can just be sitting there working diligently, just knocking it out for the day, extremely productive. And then a thought comes to your mind. Dr. Didi said this: we don't control our thoughts. That's right. Because if we controlled our thoughts before it even hits our mind, we would have repelled it. Right? But no, we don't control our thoughts, but we do possess the power to manage them. So when a thought comes to our mind, listen, no, I'm not taking that thought. Oh, no, that's not my thought. Return to sender. No, no, thank you. Right, Anita? No, thank you, Talmadge. We're sending it back. Right? Think about what I'm thinking, Lori says. Absolutely. Yes, that's significant. That's significant. So you have the activity, the opportunity, and the psychological distraction. Thank you so much, Wally. Okay, so the next one, as we're going along these lines of the goal mapping, is reward meditation. Reward meditation. This is so good because we focus on the promise and not the process. Well, what happens is after we've made that decision and we've partnered with God as to how we're going to, what our goals are going to be, and what's the mission, what's our focus, right? We then sometimes we shift to the effort. We shift to everything that we have to do in order to accomplish this goal. We go immediately from reward, but wait a minute, now I have to do it. Oh my goodness. So now there's responsibility. There's effort that I have to sow. Oh, wow. Ooh, wait a minute. I don't know. And then you feel weighted. And when a weight comes about, the weight will cause you to become cemented in your movement where you're feeling stuck. I personally don't believe in a person being stuck. You're either moving forward or you're declining backwards. Here's the reason why. Time never stops. Time never stops. So as you're feeling stuck, time is steadily moving forward. So you're declining backwards if you are not moving forward. So reward meditation means to just focus and meditate on the rewards. What are the rewards? Pastor Dwayne mentioned this last night in Bible study. You have to be promise conscious. Meditating on the rewards, meditating on the promises of God, right? Staying right there, okay? In Romans 12:2, this is in the Passion Translation. Let me share this with you. It says, stop imitating the ideals and the opinions of the culture around you, but be inwardly transformed by the Holy Spirit through a total reformation of how you think. This will empower you to discern God's will as you live a beautiful life, satisfying and perfect in His eyes. Remain reward meditative. Okay. Next one is merit alerts. What does merit alerts look like? Guess what? If you've ever ran a marathon, anyone ran a marathon before? No? In your mind? Maybe? Okay, all right. So you know what happens, and you've probably watched others run marathons, and you know what happens along the way. There are merits along the way, saying there may be a sign that says you're halfway there. A sign, a person holding a sign like and cheerleading you, like, let's go, you got this. So set up your own merit alerts, right? Send yourself, write a note to yourself on the first day of the month, and then tell a friend, mail it to me on the 15th. Right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Minister Sophia says, yes, I run 7 marathons. So you know what it's like to have these merit alerts. They're cheering you on. And when you have these alerts, guess what happens? You feel so encouraged to just go further. You step into a new realm of endurance when you have these merit alerts. Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, we got to wrap up. Then we have environmental clues. Now, environmental clues can be both physical and also cognitive. What does this look like, Teresa? Well, by show of hands, I like that. Checkpoints. By show of hands, who makes up their bed every day? All right, all right. Who doesn't? Okay, no, just wink at me once. Just wink at me once. Just wink at me once if you don't make up your bed. Okay, all right, all right. But your environment, Sunshine says every day. Okay, all right. Watch that tone. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, make up your bed every day, Sandy, right? But our environment matters. What does your environment look like? Is it conducive to goal accomplishment and achievement? What colors do you have in your environment? Do they speak to vitality? Does it speak to stick-to-itiveness? What do you need to shift about your environment that will cause you to want to succeed? Shift that environment. And then cognitively, what do we need to do differently as it relates to our thinking? Books. Let me tell you something. I have basically outlined all the books that I'm going to read this year, right? So making certain that I know what you just said. I heard you. Teresa, I don't have time to read books. I wish I set that goal last year. Guess what? What you do first, you'll always have time for. And as my mama used to always tell me, and she still do, you make time for what you want to do. Hello, right? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, Lori said audibles. Yes, look, listen to the audio version, right? There is always a way to make it happen. If you need to set your alarm to wake up earlier, just so you can spend 30 minutes reading a day, do what you have to do. It is vitally important to make certain you do that. Subscribe to podcasts, books, and things of the like. And then lastly, Craig said audibles work best for me too, is the progress principle. That's right, Louise, just do it. The progress principle. Now, what does this look like? This looks like the power of small wins. You have to identify. Let me tell you what I have. I have this journal. I don't know, you probably can't see it, right? But I have this journal. And let me tell you what I do at the end of every week. I have a weekly preview. So on Sunday, I identify my biggest wins. It's something significant when you can sit down and identify how you have won. It helps you to enhance your confidence. Big wins, little wins, guess what? It's happening, and you have to denote your progress. Right? When you make time to celebrate, you'll have more to celebrate. Okay. So in my weekly preview, I identify my biggest wins. How did we win this week? Right. So make certain that you set aside time to denote your progress principles. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Carol, for that. Okay. So that's goal mapping. Any questions so far? All right. And guess what? This is all founded in wisdom. In wisdom. It's all founded in wisdom. I'm telling you, the wisdom of God is everything. And Pastor Dwayne said this: wisdom is the root that produces continuous fruit. Oh, my word. This year, we're decreeing and declaring this year shall be our most fruitful year yet. We've already won. Okay. Thank you so much. We've already won. right? And then Tracy, thank you so much. Tracy, our photographer, she takes the most amazing pictures. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Goal mastery. Now, here's how we get down to it. Okay. So now we've worked on the emotional side of things. Now, Teresa, last year I set out to achieve some goals, and they didn't all happen as I really would have liked them to, right? But here's what we're going to do differently this year. Yes, 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 yes. Here's what we're going to do differently this year. It starts with accuracy. Jot this down in your notes. Accuracy. For this year, each one of your goals must have clarity like never before. Clarity, clear, concise, like this is what I intend to do. And understand this, have no more than 12 goals per year. No more than 12 goals per year. I already know who I'm talking to. I know. And some of us, we get overly ambitious, and we decide that we're going to have 25,000 goals for 2021. I know it. I know it. But here's what you do. Have no more than 12 goals for the year. And then I want you to divide it per quarter. So then Monica says she just do one goal a month. I like it. I like it because that means that my focus is just on par. It's like, this is what it is. So have no more per quarter, no more than 3 goals per quarter. That's it. And listen at this. This is huge. Please jot this down. Not more, don't exceed more than 60% of your goals focused in the area of work. No more than 60% of your 12 goals should be focused in on work. No more than 60%. Okay. Don't allow it to exceed 60%. All right. Got that? Good. Okay. And oh, this is so good. The reason why this accuracy is so good, because remember, Apostle said last night, we have to be like marksmen, right? Our target has to be so on point, because otherwise we'll just go through this year aimlessly, like no target, no goal, but we have to be like a marksman as it relates to accomplishing our goals. Next is control. Oh, and I have to share this with you. Zig Ziglar says, listen to this. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Isn't that the truth? If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time, right? So that's not that's not going to be our testimony, okay? Control. Timeline builds urgency and accountability. So, okay, my goal may be to save X amount of money by when? Right? But what's your date? What's the lifeline date? I don't like deadline. I like lifeline. This is the lifeline date that I'm going to make it happen. Right? And then with that, beware of distant dates. What are distance dates? All your goals have a date of it's going to be achieved by December the 31st, 2021. Avoid that. Mix it up a bit, bring some variety with your lifelines. Okay. Higher speaks to everything that you're going to employ to make certain that your goals manifest, that your goals are realized, your goals are achieved. So what are some things that we're going to keep going to do to make certain our goals are visible? Okay. So keeping our goals, plaster them on your screensaver, your cell phone, place them on a refrigerator, on your mirror in your bathroom, wherever you frequent, that's where you need to see your goals. Okay. And some of you have said this, I wish I had someone to hold me accountable. Well, I want to give you 2 thoughts around that. If you just ask, someone will most likely say yes. We have a culture of accountability here. I mean, seriously, we have people that will definitely just connect. There is someone ready to be your accountability partner. I want to say that. That's one school of thought. Here's a second school of thought, is that no one spends more time with you than you. So How about you just put on the garment of accountability yourself and hold yourself accountable? That's how super bad you are. You can hold yourself accountable. Come on. Okay. So that's that, right? And inspiration. This is how we avoid interest failure. You know how sometimes you start out excited, like, yes, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. And then, oh, maybe not. Well, why are we going into the maybe not? Because you're looking at everything you're looking at the process, you're focusing on the process. No, here's how you avoid interest failure. Inspire, make certain that your goals inspire you. If you're not excited about your goals, why should we be? Right? So making certain that your goals are inspirational, that they inspire you, right? And here's how you can do it. Here's how you can do it really quickly. Let's do this. Get in your mind right now one goal, one of your goals in your mind right now, one goal, one goal. Okay, you got it? You got the one goal in your mind? Okay, thank you so much. I want you to go to the date that you have decided to achieve it and feel that emotion. What is it that you feel? What's that one thing that you feel because you have done it? Oh my word, congratulations. You did it. Oh my goodness. And let me tell you something, you encountered some obstacles where things looked bleak. It almost looked like it wasn't going to happen, but you did it. Type into the chat. What are you feeling? What's that emotion? Type it into the chat. What's that emotion you're feeling? What is it? Describe it in one word. What is that emotion that you've accomplished? Excellent. Celebration time. Come on. Dum, 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 dum. Overjoyed, successful, freedom, overjoyed, elation, Lori says, right? Fulfillment. What we have just created is a mind movie. It's a mind movie. So here's what you want to do. You want to sit, and here's how you stay inspired. You go to the end of your decision. Apostle shared this with us several years ago. And I'm going to go to the end of your decision, the end of that goal, and just play it in your mind. Play that a feeling of satisfaction, gratitude, elation. Just play it in your mind. You might even want to add some music to it, Sharon. Terry, you might want to add some images to it, right? Yes, absolutely. That's how you stay inspired. Expectation. You need that internal motivation. I saw someone write in earlier, be mindful of what you're speaking over yourself. Mindful of it, because your words should not be in competition with achievement. Your words only need to speak achievement. I'm doing this, and it's going to be done, right? It needs to be life-giving words. Les Brown said this: the tragedy in life is not aiming too high. It's not aiming too high. It's aiming too low and hitting. So raise your expectation. Get your expectancy up. Victory. Lori said it. Have a calendar full of triumph. Celebrate. You have to. And then lastly, evaluate. Evaluate where you've been. Evaluate on this year. Do it differently. You may have previous years, you may have evaluated at the end of a month. This year, every single week, and inclusive of our 30-day, 15th of the month that Apostle shared with us to evaluate. But every single week, you're evaluating, right? And some of you say, well, Teresa, I'm a little bit more ambitious. I'm going to do this every day. Hey, do what works for you. But as Lewis said earlier, just do it. Just do it. Just make it happen. So that's our goal mastery. These are the strategies on how to make your goals obey you. This is it right here. This is it right here. Okay. Awesome. And so mission is accomplished. We have reviewed all of this, the overview, Apostle Six Insights, the well-being, goal mapping, goal mastery. And look at that pretty young lady. Jesus loves you, right? Loves you so much that he set aside this time, especially for you, so that you will achieve more than ever this year. And I think we have a special guest that would like to say something. So let's see. Uh, I believe someone wants to join us. So we have a special guest. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Let's do this right now. How do we do this? How do we do this? Apostle? I believe Apostle is on the line. I got to find him. Where is he? Do you all see him? Is that why y'all laughing? Say that again, Lori. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Here it is. Hold on, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here.
Hello.
There you are.
Where am I?
Hold on, let me find you. But we can hear you. Let's see.
Well, it's almost better to hear me than not see me.
Well, we want to see you too, Apostle.
Stop the screen share.
Stop the screen share? Dee Dee says stop the screen share.
Thank you, Dr. Diddy.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I see me. What an amazing time, right? An amazing time. Great information. Dee Dee and I both, scoot over there.
Oh, wow.
Dee Dee and I both were just sitting here enjoying this amazing woman of God. How can I see everybody's face?
I go here, but you still. There you
Yeah, there they are. I see blessed people.
go.
Yeah, God bless you all. Wow.
It's 6
Look at
live.
Natalie. I haven't seen Natalie before in a very long time. Why does she have her hair covered like that? Where's Cleo, Gary Rice? Why aren't you all showing your faces?
They don't want to show their faces.
They should show their faces.
Why? They maybe don't.
Uh, yeah, great stuff, Teresa. Thank you so much. You always do an amazing job when you're sharing with the people of God, and we are the better as a result of course, your expertise and your knowledge and wisdom and your heart towards Dee Dee and I in this ministry, most of all to Jesus the Christ. How I'm so indebted to all of you who are here, specifically tonight, Teresa, for her giving of herself in this capacity, because obviously this just was not thought of tonight. She had to put the time and the
Absolutely.
energy and everything you
Mhm,
do.
mhm.
Dee Dee being a doctorate of strategic leadership, she understands all of what it takes to formulate a presentation, especially to stay one that will keep you engaged and stay
Mhm,
exciting.
mhm.
And I didn't go to sleep not one time. I didn't nod my head or anything. But those who are of like-mindedness relative to being successful, your value, like she said, controls your behavior.
Mhm.
And so when you value yourself so much, or as you should, you would be willing to invest in yourself, and it will keep you engaged. A lot of this information just not was not centered around ministry stuff.
But it is. That's
But
what I love.
it is, but I can take what she just taught and add it to my life,
Absolutely. But that's.
separate and apart from ministry. No,
Mhm.
I mean you were
No, I
talking,
know you were talking.
and so um, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and to all of you who
Mhm.
have joined in. God, it took, of course, your willingness and your interest. I do have one alt against this whole night. Uh, I was expecting, hundreds more I mean, is there a number that we should know that should be present on these calls? Because I know in the MOL, and Chloe and Mario making tell me that, shucks, we have 600 ministry of leaders.
Mhm.
Maybe Chloe one, and it could be more. I don't know the exact numbers, but certainly it's more than 133. And then at the same time, some of you all have chosen to come into the meeting late. I have Didi just marking the times, 7 p.m. There was 111 people. Seven, what's the next number? 19. There was 132
32,
people. And then
723.
723. How in the heck you come to my meeting late? Unfortunately, a lot of people don't think I'm going to be present or respond differently if they know I'm here. And that's a respective person. The honor is not it's a false balance. The Bible says a false balance is an abomination. You're not giving the proper honor across the board. And I've been teaching on honor. And so one of the things that's going to catapult our ministry is that we honor one another. You know, some people get up for me, but don't get up for others. And I owe her, Teresa, just as much honor that I expect.
Mhm.
I owe, like Brother Rob Cobwell, I owe him just that. Samuel Glover. Lord, you need to stay home. I've been seeing you on Facebook, traveling everywhere in the sun and buying food trucks and all kind of stuff, and hadn't brought me one sandwich at all. Didi and I are over here starving.
So hungry. I'm so famished.
You know, years ago, wow, the only form of travel was by footprint. Was by footprint. In order to get anywhere, a footprint had to literally be given in order to travel. Now, today, the mode of traveling is fingerprint. We have gone from footprint to fingerprint. I can hit a button and be in all of these different places with y'all. The advent of this type of technology, ministry has to literally open up our scope of thinking relative to this technology. What if we are never able to get back into a physical building? Isn't this the form of assembly that we can envelop and embrace that will cause the same engagement? But dig this, we're going to encounter people like we have 492 people confirmed as new partners by way of e-church campus.
Mhm.
Some of those are new converts. They have never entered into a physical brick and mortar building. So even when we return, what is the value to them to come and assemble in the building when we were there when they most needed us and we were able to meet their needs via this transportation? This is the assembly. And they were able now to get needs met, to have hearts comfort, to literally lay hands on the sick, to so forth and so in their own homes to comfort. What I would like to engage you all in, because I know there's a duality that's going on while I'm ministering. People now have the ability to wash dishes and listen to the word. They can clean up and listen to the word. And Pastor Wayne has asked this from time past, that we are attentive to the word in the moment. I like to just refer to when um, Martha was busy cleaning up while the word was going forth, and Mary sitting there just receiving it all. And Martha literally complained to Jesus, Jesus, would you tell Mary to get up and help? He said, you are troubled about many things. Martha has chosen the better thing, best thing, that would literally share with me that when you pull yourselves aside for moments like this, even though you have the capacity, because Dee Dee and I was right here, locked in, sitting here, attentive, because whatever we value will affect our behavior. Isn't that how she said it?
Yeah.
Is that how you
What we
said it?
value,
Tell me how you said
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
it drives behavior.
Yeah, value drives behavior. And so my behavior now literally is subjected to whatever I value and I put my total interest in. So my point being there, you're a ministry of leaders. If in fact we've had to move inside of these little cubes all over this thing, how do you take your area of ministry and translate it into something virtually? And Dee Dee was, and I were talking about this, like, what do ushers do these days? Could ushers now be so creative and take advantage of the technology whereby they are literally getting in their cars, going to grocery stores and bringing groceries to the doorstep of some of our partners? How does a greeter get engaged in this area? How do we create this transformative type of posture and attitude
Yeah, and pivot.
and pivot in this moment to use this type of technology to cause us to continue to grow? Because if we are being that impactful, I was thinking, wow, they asked them to put, if this is your first time, hit the first time, put number one. Now dig this. What usher or what elder is looking at that number one? Because when they hit number one, their first Facebook name comes up. So then, and Stephanie, you all should get this. It's like, oh, if that's their Facebook name, then I'm going to get on as an elder or leader. I'm going to not just welcome them right then in that, what do they call that? The
Thread, the chat.
the chat, the whatever. I'm going to go to their Facebook page. Hope you enjoyed today's service. I saw your name as one of our first time guests. I was just reaching out. How are we engaging now this technology with all of this information and still having the same level of impact? So get creative. Don't be stuck. There's some pastors who are stuck and they can't, they're closing down, but at the same time, there are some who are thriving. And
we are.
We really are. And that's a good thing, because it was one of my goals to add at least 500 members to this ministry. And in spite of COVID, we were able to accomplish all of our 2020 goals from the beginning to the end. That's both ministry and personal. So what she has shared tonight, I just wanted to let you know I was here. I miss you all. I was in the meeting. I enjoyed every bit of it. I appreciate every last one of you. I think some of you I heard was out in the parking lot with your phone or some device while we were inside. You were so
on Sunday.
Yeah, and man, we should do some of that sometime. So when I walk outside, you can just blow your horn. I'm gonna let some of y'all in if you bold enough to come. Don't tell Dr. Sophia what I just said, because she'll call me. Her and her. Is she on here, Lord?
Yes, she is.
Oh Lord Jesus. Sharon Teller, I love you. So good to see you. God bless you all. Wow, stay safe. Comply, would you please? Did y'all hear what Governor Hogan said? Wear the doggone mask. Well, he didn't say doggone, but you know what he said. Yeah, I see Janina Lawson. She laughing. She know what he said.
That commercial.
Wear the
man, just wear it.
And wash your hands and keep your hands out of your face and be careful, man. I don't need any of you all going to heaven before your time. We got far too much work to do. Wow, thank God for our new administration. I'll have a lot to say relative to the vision and this inauguration on Sunday. But I could not leave without saying how much I appreciate, first of all, Teresa for the fine job, and then all of you who, yeah, give it up. Latanya, she was, yeah. I love you. How can I see another page of people?
I done went to every page.
You went to every page?
Yes, that's second page.
Oh, that go Dan Manier. What's his wife's name?
Oh, you know,
You don't know,
Allison.
no, Allison. Dan used to be the most eligible bachelor.
Until
And
Allison
this-
took
and
him,
then-
and then he
and
had a bunch of
She
kids.
took his trophy. Oh, look at Miss Marcia.
You are not gonna
She
go
is-
through this
Oh,
with anxiety. You know,
yeah.
hi Marcia.
Oh,
Hi,
and Drew.
y'all.
I see Drew
And
and
Bill laughing
look,
at
Pastor
you.
Dwayne. Look at Tasha.
Tasha down there.
Yeah.
all
What's her
small.
name? What is that? Fit with.
Oh yeah, that's her. And there she go.
Okay, yeah. Hey, girl, I love you.
You want me to go get
Yeah,
her?
and Joyce. Look at Joyce. I see Joyce.
Hi,
There's so many
Joyce.
people.
Yeah, so many.
Oh,
Hold
why
on.
you turn the page?
Babe, cuz don't you want to see so they can go?
Okay,
I didn't know
okay,
you want to stay here. and look at
okay,
it,
okay. One more
Okay.
page.
No, we're gonna go to all the
Okay,
pages.
all
I
right.
just want you to. You can't go.
Okay. Them people on the
Why you
back
hiding,
pages,
Michelle?
they hiding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we can't see
Sandra's
none of y'all
hiding, Linda is hiding, Dr. Michelle is
Dr.
hiding.
Bevan.
Geraldine Mitchell, you need to hide. I bet you look jacked up. That's why your picture ain't up. Look at Sam and
Keisha. No.
yeah,
who?
Sam and Keisha down there.
Oh yeah.
They
Keisha.
think they all fly.
Mhm.
Probably looking a mess. Everybody who doesn't have their picture up, probably, I mean their face up, probably. Look at Cynthia. I love Cynthia.
Gosh,
Oh, and Miss T. Okay,
Okay,
all
it's
right,
the
I gotta
last-
stop.
One more page.
Okay, one more
So you
page.
can't. That's it. You
Look
they
at
don't
Donnie,
have that
Donnie
picture.
Mac. I love you, boy. Yeah. All right, I got it. And Ron Lynn and Chloe know how much I don't like still shots. The pictures. I don't like that. I like
Yeah,
to see
but it's
people.
not. This is a different. You gotta just go with it. People
Okay.
are doing all kind of stuff. We just glad y'all are present.
So the next meeting you have, please make it your business. And I know they are used to Saturday meetings.
Well, Chloe texted me. This is a different, I think, meeting.
I don't
so
know
we
what's
just have to wait
what's
and see.
best.
Right.
I don't know, but I want everybody to join.
But
I
that
don't
could, I think that should be one of you all's goals, is to reach out to somebody
Yep,
else
yep.
in
The
ministry of leaders, you know, and
Hey,
ask
you were
them
not
why
there.
weren't they on the call,
Or were you there?
or were you
Is
there?
everything all right?
Mhm,
You know, how
mhm.
can I help you?
Because that's
through
what
this time?
leaders do. They go after people, right? And invest in them. So call somebody and encourage them, because you can assume that everything is okay and it
With
may not
everyone.
be. So make that a part of your
I've been
goals.
speaking to Brother Lewis myself on the line. He and I have been talking, man, and I got a thing about singles today. And Lakeisha talked to me about singles and what we need to implement for singles during this time. Brother Lewis told me the same thing. You look at Yolanda bobbing her head.
Mhm.
Yeah, anybody bob your head? Okay, all right, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Apostle and Dr. Didi, for being here. Let's give them another hand. Oh my word, that speaks volume of the leadership that we have here. Let me tell you something. For them to take out the time to be with us, absolutely outstanding. Let me tell you something. That's the most I've ever seen in terms of videos being open, is when Apostle and Dr. Didi came on. Oh, but thank you all so very much, so very much. So listen, now let us, as we wrap up, we do have a survey that we would like for you to complete, because remember, we want to capture your feedback. And yes, everyone is saying, thank you so much, Apostle and Dr. Didi. We love you. Yes, absolutely. And so Carol is going to place the link into the chat for us. So I want you to just capture that link, and I'm going to post it onto the screen. Oh, there it is. Carol is on it, boy. I like it. So I want you to take time and just do this tonight. Take the time to do this tonight. That link is right there at the very bottom. And again, if you have any questions, is there anything that we can support you in terms, in regards to your ministry, please reach out to us. There's our email address, training@sofcc.org. And there is the link. It is in the chat. And any questions, thank you all so much for being here. Any questions at all, you can email us. But thank you all again for your engagement and, more importantly, for your execution. Thank you, Apostle and Dr. Dede. We love you, and we love you all. Have an amazing night. And we'll see you. Our next training is March the 18th. Our next training is March the 18th. Jot that down. We're going to be discussing cultivating emotional intelligence in today's world. Cultivating emotional intelligence in today's world. That's going to be really good. Yes, Storm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, wow, my heart is full. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I know y'all didn't think that Apostle and Dr. Dede was going to show up. Come on, be honest with me. You didn't think. I know. Mm-hmm. So tell everyone, like Dr. Dede instructed us to do, reach out to those leaders that was not present, and just love up on them and let them know you missed it. But we're going to send out the replay as well. All right. Thank you all so much. Love you. Have an amazing night. Thank you.